with another video. Sorry if I'm talking really low. As you can see by the title of this video, I did have my wisdom teeth surgery. Now this video is going to have some footage of me coming off my anesthesia, as well as like just talking about my experience and like just a little bit stuff of why you guys shouldn't be scared, because I was really scared. This is the first surgery I've ever had in my life, so I just wanted to share this with you guys because I feel like you guys have been wishing me well this whole time. It's been what, like 2 weeks of you guys knowing I was going into this. So yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys the aftermath. My face is still swollen, so I'm wearing my 500 days of summer wig, or my Selena wig as you guys like to call it. Like just right here on this side is still swollen. And it's funny that this is the side that's still swollen because this is the side that had the actual tooth that even like prompted me to go and get the script to get them all taken out. So you can kind of see, like, I already have big cheeks naturally, but this side is still a little swollen. Today is Tuesday and I got them taken out on Friday of last week, and I do have a follow-up appointment tomorrow, so I won't be able to do a live TRIBETEA because I will have to go and do a follow-up. So that's why you guys are seeing this right now instead of a TRIBETEA, because I have to go to the doctor at 1:40 so they could check up on my stitches and stuff like that, and see my progress or whatever. So first off, I'm just going to talk about my expectations. So like I've said, I've never had surgery before, so I was really nervous, and I did have to do certain things before I did get the surgery. Now some of the things that I did were voluntary, you don't have to do them, but I just felt like I needed to do it. So the first thing that I did was get my teeth cleaned, and guys, I hope whoever that is okay. So the first thing I did was I got my teeth cleaned, and that was a process in itself because ever since I got my braces off, and guys, I know this is so disgusting, and like I really urge you guys to always get your teeth cleaned at least once a year, but ever since I got my braces off, I really just have not been going to the dentist to get an annual teeth cleaning. I had no excuse. I have insurance, like I should have went, but in my brain I was just like, well, my teeth are straight and you know I'm brushing them, so whatever, right? But what I didn't know is that I actually had a genetic gum disease. Now it wasn't like gingivitis or anything like that. I think it starts with like a P, I'm not really sure, but basically it happens either you contract it over a period of time, but usually people who get it from like poor oral hygiene and stuff like that are like older, like in their 60s and stuff, and then usually people who get it when they're younger get it either from smoking or hereditary reasons. Now I've never been a cigarette smoker or anything like that. Like when I did smoke, it was mainly weed, so I know it wasn't from that. And then plus when I was smoking, I was regularly going to the dentist and they never picked any of that up. So I did go and they tested my gums and saw that my gums were very sensitive and inflamed, and that it was all the way into the gum. And they said that they needed to do a deep clean. Like it would be ideal if I did a deep clean before I went to get the surgery, so that, you know, it's not as messy and I could just get everything done, right? But mind you guys, sorry if it seems like at any point in this video like I'm here and then I'm there, because my battery is dying. I did not charge my battery. Like my gums were so sensitive that I could not get a normal teeth cleaning without a numbing agent, guys. Like they were that sensitive, and it's so weird because it's like whenever I would brush my teeth, yeah, they would bleed sometimes, but I always thought it was because I was being too rough. I didn't know it was because, like, you know, my gums, I had a gum disease. Like, and I remember even like joking around with my friends when I was younger, like, and this is so stupid, but we would always be like, yeah, you know, I brush my teeth until them bitches be bleeding to make sure it's clean. But no, seriously, like that does not make your teeth any more cleaner if your gums are bleeding. And I know that's such a juvenile thought, but I had it when I was a juvenile. But I'm just saying, like, I genuinely didn't think there was a problem and that it was that bad that I couldn't get a regular teeth cleaning without getting numbed up. So you know what, I had to put on my big girl panties and I had to get numbed up. Now I remember when I was younger and I would get numbed up with the needles in my mouth or the shots in my mouth, they would put laughing gas on me and then put the needles in so I didn't feel it. No ma'am. They were like, Miss Ma'am, you are 22 years old and your adult ass decided to not come in for a cleaning. Somebody with your condition needs to be coming in at least once every 6 months or once a year, and you have not been to the dentist in like 4 or 5 years. So girl, they were like, we're not giving you no laughing gas, you're grown as fuck. And honestly, in the moment I was mad that I didn't get laughing gas, but I'm kind of happy that I didn't, because that shit is going to stick with me for life. That was the most painful thing. That shit was more painful than my wisdom tooth surgery. Like, that shit was so painful. But my doctor, she was so nice. My dentist was such a sweetheart. She put numbing gel all, like, okay, so they did it in halves, because I was supposed to just go there, get it cleaned and leave, but they didn't expect me to have the gum disease. So she did one half first, right? So the anesthesiologist, or the actual like main bitch of the dentist office, you know how when you go to a doctor's office, there's like the main bitch of whoever office it is or whatever. So the main bitch of the office comes in and she shoots up my mouth. Guys, when I tell you that shit hurt so bad, like, I know you guys may see this and you know, my ear piercings and stuff, and might think that, oh, you know, needles aren't a big deal to this girl. No, I don't do needles. I don't do needles at all. I hate them. I don't like looking at it when it's happening to me. So when she came over me with the needle, I make sure I did not look at the needle itself. Like, I'm so bad that I've only drawn blood one time, and my first IV was getting my wisdom tooth surgery. Like, I don't do needles whatsoever, and when I get tatted, I don't look at it until it's done. And when I get a piercing, I close my freaking eyes. And honestly, I'm kind of done with piercings. Like, I'm really done getting piercings, I think, in my lifetime, because no ma'am. So yeah, I had to get those shots, and literally all from my nose all the way down here and all the way right here up to like my eye was numb. And she cleaned that side of my mouth or whatever, and I went home that day and I looked, and like, I couldn't eat food for maybe like 5 hours because my whole face was numb. But like, I did the compare and contrast, like this side of my mouth to that side of my mouth, and it was so much better. And she prescribed me a mouthwash, a toothpaste. She told me to buy a specific toothbrush for my condition so it can get better. She did say it was really weird though that I had this condition, but I didn't have all of the symptoms. But it was a good thing, because that means that it could be treated in reverse. Like, for example, usually people with gum disease have like bad breath and stuff like that, and I didn't. So she was like, that's a good sign, because it just shows that, like, you know, this could be treated in reverse. So she prescribed me a mouthwash, prescribed me toothpaste, wrote down some tools that I could use to buy, and I had to go back 2 days later. This all happened on Wednesday. Then I go in on, what is it? No, this happened on Tuesday. So then I go in on Thursday, the day before my actual wisdom teeth surgery, to do the other half. And I had been doing the regimen for 2 days that my dentist told me to do. And she was just so impressed. And she was like, this is a good sign, because that means, like, you know, you're healing, you got it together. All you needed was the prescription mouthwash, basically, for what you have going on. And I was doing better. Like, even when I brushed my teeth, after the first day when I brushed my teeth, that side of my mouth wasn't bleeding, it wasn't sensitive, like, everything was Gucci. So, you know, we do the second side of my mouth, and I'm already anticipating it. But the day when I did this side, it was kind of like, I thought I was just coming in to get my teeth clean, and boom, turns out you're getting needles in your mouth. Like, no bitch, I went in there knowing I'm about to get 8 shots in my mouth. I had to get 8 on each side, and I was just like, fuck, bitch, let's go. Like, let's just get this over with. You know, shot me up. That shit hurt so fucking bad. And then, you know, I got my teeth clean. Everything was good. I really like my dentist. Like, she was so sweet. She was so sweet. She talked to me the whole time, and like, she was just very encouraging to me, just letting me know, like, this isn't the end of the world. Because I was telling her, like, look, my job involves me speaking, and like, I don't want my teeth falling out. Because she said if I wouldn't have came to get a cleaning in the next 3 years, my teeth probably would have started falling out. No matter how good of my oral hygiene was, it was going to fall out, because the disease was in my gums. Or she said I could have had gum surgery. So that shit just could have got real nasty, like, real fast. After that, she was just like, good luck on your surgery tomorrow, XYZ. You know, my teeth just look so much better. She used a different, I think she used Novocaine the first time when she numbed my face, but the second time she numbed my face, they used a local numbing agent or whatever. So literally last time it was all of this numb, but this time it was literally just like right here that was numb, and it went away in like 2 hours. This side didn't go away until like 5 hours, but this one just went away in like 2 hours, and it was fine, and I could eat and do whatever I wanted to do, because I really wanted to just like eat as much solid food as I could before I went into surgery, because I knew like I was not gonna be able to have this satisfaction. Another thing, I also detoxed from vaping, drinking, taking any supplements, diet supplements, anything like that. I think it was maybe like 48 hours before my surgery. So I just like stopped cold turkey everything, which surprisingly wasn't that hard. I thought stop vaping was going to be hard because, like, you know, I do vape nicotine, but it really was not as hard as I thought. It was more so just like a force of habit where I would just want to, like, you know, pick up my vape and smoke it. But I made Daniel hide my vape, even though I knew I was gonna have self-control, but at the same time I didn't know for sure because I have never just like stopped vaping cold turkey. But it really didn't bother me whatsoever, so that was cool. I still haven't vaped as you're watching this video. I can't vape until like Friday of this week, or like drink or do anything. Like, I can't. Okay, so this is the day of the surgery, so I'm gonna show you guys okay, so first off, before I show you guys the footage of me actually going to the surgery, some of the rules was I could not have nail polish. That's why my nails are naked. I could not have nail polish. I couldn't wear a wig. I couldn't wear any piercings. I had to wear a loose fitted short sleeve shirt, and I had to wear sweatpants with tennis shoes. And if I wanted a jacket, I could bring a jacket, okay? So that's why I am looking crusty as shit in this video, these videos that you guys are about to see, okay? So this is just like, you know, a snippet of us on our way to the surgeon, all right?
How you feel?
I told you I feel fucking terrified and I'm laughing because I'm so scared.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I'm just mainly scared because of the IV part.
I think that's the best part.
And I've already had 16 needles in my mouth.
Well. But
I just don't.
I remember when.
I don't care, bruh. Stop talking to me. I don't want to hear anything about what I'm about to do. I don't.
Dude, it's actually like the funnest thing ever.
I don't care. It's not fun to me.
Dude, it's
I don't.
fun. It's a fun process.
My arm is sore because you sleep like a fucking asshole, and they're gonna stab my arm, and it's already sore.
They're not gonna stab your arm, babe.
Yeah, they are. They're gonna stab my fucking arm.
No, they're not. They're just gonna rub it.
No, they're gonna stab it.
Dude, they rub some cream in there, and then boom.
That's not cream. They clean it. That's them cleaning the area before they put the needle in.
Dude.
I've only gotten one. I've gotten blood drawn before.
Dude, they're just gonna...
It's faster. Go that way.
Alright. They're just gonna fucking tell you to breathe in, and then when you wake up, you're gonna be like, oh shit.
So, I don't know. I'm just so scared. I'm so scared. I'm making myself have to poop right now.
Well,
like my stomach hurts.
Maybe if you make yourself have to poop enough, they'll stop this whole thing.
I need to get the teeth taken out.
Yeah, you do.
So I'm like...
Before you go, do I have express consent to record you possibly saying some fuck shit?
Yeah, but I doubt I'm gonna say anything bad. I feel like I'm just gonna end up saying something gay to my fucking surgeon. I don't think I'm gonna end up saying anything.
Cause she bad as fuck though.
Yeah, she's an attractive lady, so I feel like that's the only thing that's gonna happen. But
who you telling?
For all we know, I could just be asleep, which I'm really hoping
we'll see. We shall see.
Should I bring my jacket?
Yeah, yeah, fuck it. And if you don't need it, I'll hold it.
Okay.
Alright, one. Let's do this.
Okay, so as you can see, like, guys, when I'm nervous, I laugh hysterically. Like, I laugh hysterically, okay? I can't help it. So that's why in the video, you might see me laughing. You might think I'm kiki and having a great time, but I am actually fucking terrified for my life. And it's crazy because the main thing I was scared of was the IV, because I just don't do needles, like, especially needles that have to stay in me. Like, I just don't do them. I don't know why. I just don't. And the main thing that fucks with me are shots in particular, or anything that has to be injected in me because it hurts. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, if I go to a doctor and they give me a shot, I don't like it, because I know there's gonna be a burning sensation, especially flu shots. Those bitches burn like a motherfucker. So I was just like not here for it. So, you know, we get to the surgeon or whatever, and I go in for my consultation with the lady, and, you know, I pay the remaining balance before my surgery. She gives Daniel the prescriptions for all of my medications, and I had to give him my insurance card and my ID and stuff like that, so that, you know, he can go and pick it up. And, you know, she's just making me feel comfortable, whatever. But I am freaking the fuck out. Like, I'm shaking. I'm scared. I even had to go and take a shit before I went to surgery because my stomach was turning, bitch. Like, being so real with y'all, I politely went into that bathroom and took a shit because I was so scared. Like, I didn't know what to expect. So then finally the lady was like, okay, Naja, we're gonna put you in this waiting room. The doctor's almost done with the previous surgery, right? So I'm sitting in this waiting room in silence. It's raining outside. I'm just staring at the window like, Lord, I cannot back out of this. This has to be done. I've already paid for it, and I can't be a little bitch. And I'm just like, girl, you are strong as fuck. You got 16 shots in your mouth in less than 4 days. Like, you are a strong ass bitch. Don't back down. Like, I'm literally having a pep talk with myself in the reflection of the mirror. You know, my surgeon comes in. Dr. Bateman comes in, and she's just like, okay, so surgery's, I'm running like a little 30 minutes late. Just go in the waiting room, get some magazines, you know, just chill, do you, whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I literally am sitting in the waiting room, and reading the magazines calmed me down a lot because it took my mind off of what was going on. And then finally, you know, Desiree comes in. I'm using their real names, by the way, because they were amazing. Like, I have nothing bad to say about either of the places that I went. Both of those places are amazing. If you guys want to know, if you live in Jacksonville and you want to know where I went, just comment below and I'll let you know. But these people were amazing, okay? And both of them are in the Southside Mandarin area. So you know, Desiree comes in and she's like, are you ready? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. So she puts me into the surgery room and she like lays me down or whatever, and she puts the little, I don't know, maybe my med students know what it's called, but the little sticky things on my chest so she can get my heart rate. And then she put the thing on my finger and then put the little thingy on my arm. And y'all, when I tell y'all my heart rate was beating, bitch, like it was like boop, 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 boop. And Desiree was like, girl, calm down, it is okay, like you will be all right. And I'm like, sis, I don't know, like I really don't know if I'm gonna be all right because I'm scared. Like, and when I tell you, I did not look up any story times or nothing. Usually before I do stuff, I'll look up to see if other people have story times talking about it. No ma'am, I didn't want to know shit. I just wanted to go in and do my thing, and that was that. So I'm going in blind, like I am scared. So, and I told her right off the rip, I'm like, yo, before you put the IV in me, don't let me see the needle. And she was just like, well, I have to have the IV bag. So I'm like, that is not a problem. That doesn't do anything for me. But I just know in my experience, if I see a needle, I'm going to go fight or flight mode. Because that's what happened to me when I had to draw blood when I was doing a pregnancy test at my OBGYN. They were trying to draw blood, and this bitch just showing me the needle, waving it around and shit. And I'm like, oh no ma'am, I'm not doing that. And they literally had to send me to a lab to get my blood work done and sent back to the, like if I see the needle, I will cap out and I will not give a fuck about no money, no time, nobody, nothing. Like I won't care. So I told her like, don't show it to me. She was like, oh, that's no problem, I won't. So, you know, we're just talking. She sees my tattoos and she's like, I love your tattoos. Like, where did you get your tattoos from? And I told her, I was like, oh, I get them done at True Love Jax on Southside. And she was just like, really? I know somebody who works there. And I told her my tattoo guy's name, and she was like, are you kidding me? I love him. I know him. I went to school with him, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what a fucking small ass world. Like, we're just talking and shit. We're vibing and everything is Gucci. And then she was like, okay, it's time to get the IV. And I'm like, all right, cool. So, you know, we're still talking, and she was just like, how do you get all these tattoos, but you don't like needles? And I told her, I was like, well, if you know my tat man, like, we're both Geminis, we be talking. Like, if you talk to me, I'm not gonna notice what's going on. So we're talking, and then, you know, she sticks it in me. I still got the fucking mark, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. So she sticks it in me, and I could feel her trying to search for a vein and stuff inside me, and she's just like, I don't know. So she pulls it out, puts it back in again, and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? And it's not her fault. It's not her fault. It's just they were having a really hard time finding a vein to put the IV in. So, you know, she takes it out again, and she goes and gets the actual surgeon, Dr. Mayman, and like, y'all, it was just so ironic to me that the one part I was the most terrified about kept happening over and over again. Tell me why even the doctor couldn't find my vein. I had the IV poked in me 6 to 7 times, to the point where finally they just had to put it in my hand. Like, the one part I was the most scared about, I felt like a fucking voodoo doll, no pun intended. Like, I just felt like I just kept getting pricked and pricked and pricked and pricked, and it wasn't their fault. Like, that's what I'm not trying to be like, oh, they didn't know what they were doing. Like, it wasn't their fault. It was just my body is fucking weird. Like, I have a lot of collapsed veins. Like, I don't know. And then I'm low on iron. Like, I bruise very easily. Like, I'm just not the best candidate for an IV. It's not their fault at all. So once they got the IV in me, you know, Dr. Maiden starts talking to me. She was like, yeah, so who's with you today? And I was like, oh, my boyfriend Daniel. And she was just like, oh, Daniel, my husband's name is Daniel. I love that name, Daniel. You never meet a mean man named Daniel. It's always a very nice individual named Daniel. Do you guys think you're gonna get married? And I was like, yeah, I really hope so. Blank. That's all I remember. Blank. After that, everything went blank. I don't remember shit. I don't remember shit. So what you're about to see, I don't even remember. Roll it.
Spoke with the surgeon, and she was very nice. She was awesome, and she said there was no complications, so Naja is safe. Protect Naja at all costs was a success. So Naja's gonna be out here in a second, or shit, if this doesn't get posted, you're gonna be out here in a second, and I don't think you're gonna be talking much, though. I think you're gonna be out for the count. But if you do start talking, I got you. A little crazy. What? Gonna be home in a second, baby. I can't understand you, babe. 5 shots? It hurt? Just make sure you keep the pressure on your gauze, okay? It's okay, babe. You alright? You need anything? I got you some Gatorade, so when we get home you can drink some Gatorade, and we're gonna make you some mashed potatoes, and then you can take your medicine, okay? But you just gotta be real careful. We don't want you to fall over or anything, alright? I got you some more yogurt. Yeah. It's the good stuff, too. I got you this Gatorade. You don't want Gatorade? You want some water? You want some Popeyes, some fried chicken? You want fo for fo? What you want? We almost home. Yeah. To my house? To your grandma's house? To your house? Kiara? You can't go to Kiara's house right now. Oh, you cold? Here. Feel better? Kiara said, what's up, though? You can't go to Kiara's house right now, Naja. You gotta chill. You gotta get better. What? How long? Maybe a little bit later. I don't know. Alright? When I park, don't get out the car until I get everything ready for you to get out, alright?
Okay, so as you guys can see, I did not have the traditional reaction post anesthesia. I was just very tired. Like, yeah, I was saying some goofy shit like, are you gonna drop me off at my homegirl Kiara house? But I wasn't, you know, acting crazy. I wasn't saying nothing crazy. And like, I was just really tired and out of it. My face was huge. I just looked like a depressed tennis ball. Like, it wasn't crazy like I thought it was gonna be. I'm kind of upset that it's not as crazy as I thought it was gonna be. Like, I kind of wanted me to be saying some off the wall ass shit, but I really didn't. Now, when I do start remembering though, so my memory goes, all that video footage you just saw, I don't remember any of that. I don't remember getting in the car. I don't remember any of that. Okay, so boom, the camera died. Told you it was gonna happen. The only thing that when I first started remembering is I was laying in the bed, in my bed in our room, and I just remember sobbing, crying, just over the top sobbing, crying. And I kind of wish Daniel got it on video, but he said that he just, like, out of respect, he just didn't feel comfortable recording me in that state. But now that, like, you know, I'm not in that state, I really wouldn't have cared. But in that moment, like, even though before I got the surgery, I did give him my consent, he still did not feel comfortable filming me like that. But, like, I just remember being like, it hurts, when are these drugs gonna kick in? Like, I just remember bawling, crying, and like we had this joke, like, hopefully I won't end up like Spodie when she came back from surgery, because that's exactly what Spodie did. Like, when she got spayed, she would be asleep and then out of nowhere just wake up crying, and then, you know, we'd give her medicine, go back to sleep, wake up crying. And that's just what I was doing, like back to back to back to back to back. Then finally the medicine started kicking in. The first day I was really loopy, but like towards the end of the night I kind of regained myself a little bit. Yeah, overall the healing experience has been fine. They prescribed me ibuprofen, Percocets, an antibiotic, an anti-nausea medication, anti-shock medication. I'm pretty much almost done with the Percocet prescription now. And I'm pretty much done with like all of my prescriptions, except I do have a lot of ibuprofen left over, thank God, because like I like using the ibuprofen a little bit more than the Percocet. I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning when I was in a lot of pain, I was popping Percocets like I was Future, bitch. Like, whenever the schedule said, nah, just time for you to take this perk, I was taking it. But then like once the pain started going down, I kind of more so was using the ibuprofen a little bit more, because I didn't want to get like a Percocet dependency, even though I don't really feel anything when I'm on it. Like, I just felt sleepy. Like, I don't see why people do that recreationally. Like, but I've never been one for downers. Like, I just don't get it. But yeah, like that's pretty much all the medications I took. I go in tomorrow for my checkup, and they're gonna check on my stitches and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much my experience. There was no pain during the surgery. I was completely knocked out. I had to get an IV because my tooth was actually grew into my nerve. So if I were to move, I would have had permanent nerve damage. So I had to go under. I know some people get the shots in their mouth with the laughing gas, or they chew a pill or something that makes them pass out. But I had the IV. I had no pain getting the surgery. I had more pain getting those shots in my mouth than the actual surgery itself. The recovery was awesome. I did not get a dry socket. A lot of people were telling me, oh my God, dry socket sucks. I literally did everything I could to not get dry socket. Even though my paper said I could vape 72 hours after my surgery, fuck that. I'm not vaping for a whole week. Like, I want everything to heal. I don't sip things out of straws. The paper did say that I could eat pastas and stuff. I haven't eaten solid foods since my surgery. So it's what, like 6 days, 5-6 days. Still haven't eaten any solid foods. Like, all I eat is mashed potatoes, smoothies, frozen yogurt, and applesauce, and regular yogurt. I don't eat any solids at this time right now until everything just feels okay to me and I can get the green light from my doctor. You get what I'm saying? But I don't have dry socket. I haven't been doing anything that could get dry socket. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, that's pretty much my experience. I just want to let anybody out there who is scared to know that, like, you are not alone. I was terrified, especially if the reason why you're scared is needles. I get it, but it's literally like, once it's done, it's done. I'm trying to view pain as like, it hurts in that moment, but tomorrow you're not even gonna like fuck it. Tomorrow it's not gonna matter. Now I know some of you guys may have seen that little snippet that I put in there, because my camera did die, let it charge, and I was editing a little bit while it was charging, about my living situation. I will explain what's going on. It's been something I've been wanting to talk about for a while on this channel, just because I don't like feeling like I'm hiding stuff from people, but it is going to have to be postponed because I do have a lot of stuff going on with the move right now, and you guys might not know the full tea, and the tea is hot, bitch, but you guys aren't gonna know the full tea until maybe like early March. So I'm just letting you guys know that, because I do have to do the Zodiac Valentine's Day skit and stuff. I just have a lot going on. I just don't want any of you guys to be worried that I'm sharing my location or like anything crazy is gonna happen. I no longer live there anymore. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's been a crazy ass fucking week, let's just say that. But yeah, I'll get into it later. Know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have had this surgery before. Did you cut up on the anesthesia, or were you like me and you were just quiet and tired? Let me know. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.